Hey everybody, Brent back with another edition of Near Mint Musings, and this is going to be a little impromptu sip and rip. And before we get into the rip portion of the sip and rip, let's talk about the sip. So I'm going to be knocking back some Kettle House Cold Smoke Scotch Ale. Nice hearty brew for these cold times that are upon us. So as we are chatting here, I'm going to crack this open. Cheers. Here's to everyone and their holiday. Hope you're all doing well. The sweet, robust sound and smell of a Scotch ale. Wow, that is a hearty head on that beer. I'm going to let that settle for a second. So while I do, and before I toast to all my friends out there, let's talk about the card you see in front of you. This is, as you can see, Topps 206 Star Wars Edition. This has been a set, not the Star Wars, but the Topps 206 for baseball that they've been doing for a few years now, a couple years maybe. I think they're in year 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they do them in waves. This is an online purchase only. They only have the window open for a few days to buy them. I did do wave 1, and I have wave 3 coming. Haven't determined if I'm going to do wave 4 or not, so I just buy 2 boxes of each. They do have parallels. I'll kind of go into that if I see any. They don't really do as many of the different backs as they do in the baseball, because the baseball will have different, company backs akin to the tobacco cards of yore. But with Star Wars, they have different borders, and they also have ones that have a home world variant. So they'll have the name of the player, of the person, the character, and they'll have their home world next to it. There also are a few photo variations out there, and those are really cool. So anyways, this is still settling. I wanted to wish you all a Merry Sithmas. That's right, Merry Sithmas and humbug. So cheers to you. Appreciate you all. That's delicious. So wave 2 of Topps 206 Star Wars. That's what we're going to be cracking open today. And I have some time off from work for the weekend. So as my daughter and wife are downstairs baking, my son's in the other room doing video games, I'm going to be ripping some cards with you all. So give me just a second, because I am struggling to get this bad boy open. You think I would have done this ahead of time, but such is the magic of an impromptu live rip. All right, just a little package there. All right, that's what she said. And let's see what we have. Wave 2. I haven't even looked to see who's in this set, honestly. So starting off with a much coveted Captain Tarpals. If you can name me the movies they're in or the shows they're in, that'd be cool. I mean, I know, but whatever. Captain Tarpals. Mas Amedda. These are the backs, the normal backs. Dr. Pershing. There's a new edition from the Mandalorian series. One of my favorite characters, and this is sweet. I'm glad I had this one. K2SO from Rogue One, the reprogrammed Imperial droid, who many suspect will make his debut on Andor Series 2. K2SO, big fan. Yes, Garsa Fwip. I believe she was also from Mandalorian. Is that Jennifer Beals' character, the Mandalorian? I can't remember. Another Mandalorian, the Client. Royal Guard, big fan of the deep red there. Always look in the backs. There'll be some backs that just say Star Wars on the back, and those are going to be some of your back variants. I think it's the only ones they have. It just says Star Wars instead of the ones that you've been seeing. Grief Karga from Predator. Here's our first blue Starfield variant. General Merrick from Rogue One. And last but not least, we have a planet that is new for Wave 2. Alderaan. Too soon. All right, so there is our first box. Nothing major, no back variants, and from what I can tell, no photo variations as well. I'll have to go back and look. I don't think there were any. The photo variations they usually do are of main characters, and there wasn't really any large main characters in that first box. So, while I'm opening this up. Just put that right there. Merry Sithmas. All right, I like this one already. Got ourselves a Scout Trooper. Love their helmets. Followed by his brother in the sand. Come on, Sand Trooper. Is that a dewback behind him? You can barely see one poking out there. That's cool. Aw, sweet. Bringing the funk. Max Rebo. Come on. I think this thing's messing up the focus there. Max Rebo. The Moff. General Grand Moff Tarkin. I never liked him as a kid just because I thought he was just kind of old and scary and wasn't cool. But the more that I, the older I get, the more that I appreciate. And there's so much backstory to this guy in the expanded universe. It's really interesting. Clone Zero. Jango Fett. Boo. That's a cool one though. That's a good shot of him. His melted face. Darth Sidious. Glad they used this image and not the one from that crap pile of a movie, Episode 9. Axe Woves. Little Mandalorian action there. What a cool name. I'd rename my dog that. One of the OG Jedi Councils. Kit Fisto. Big fan of Kit. All right, we got ourselves a blue Starfield Tusken Raider. Sand Person. That's cool. And then another hit. Looks like we got an orange Starfield, so I think these are a little less rare. I mean, more rare, excuse me. Of everybody's favorite Imperial officer, Valen Hess. Valen Hess. Can you name the movie that he was in? Comment below. Maybe I'll send this to you. Valen Hess wraps up this impromptu sip and rip of Topps 206 Star Wars Edition Wave 2. So one more time, cheers to you and yours. Merry Sithmas, and have a happy new year. I appreciate you all. Cheers. Bye.